Today I have with me Joelle. This feels so
Hi.
so formal.
We're in a meeting room like behind us. You can actually see like the whole office, which is damn awkward. Let me just turn the camera
yes,
around.
do it.
This is the situation outside. Everyone can see us.
A lot of you have asked how we got an internship at Shopee, so this is that video where we'll be answering a few questions that I wrote out.
Yes, she actually wrote it
Okay.
with Joel.
With Joelle. Okay, but I think we can first start with like introducing what we're doing in Shopee.
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'll go first. I am a front-end engineer intern and I'm working in the orders team. And my sub-team is the product detail page. So like I work on the shopee.sg/something something something, you know, that product page that you send your friends. Yeah, I work on that page.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow, solid.
It's very specialized.
Yes, I think that's true about Shopee because it's so big and there are so many people. It becomes very focused.
Yeah.
So I'm doing UI UX design. I'm a UI UX design intern doing the digital products and local services. Yeah, that's the team I'm in, and there are different services in different countries, so it's quite broad for me, thankfully still, but it's a lot to handle for a small team. So yeah, I think Shopee is just very depending on where you are, you get a very different experience.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 things to work on. Yeah, can't really reveal much.
Right. We signed an NDA,
Yeah.
so that's all we can say. Next question. Okay, so what was the Shopee intern hiring process?
Yeah, so for software engineers, there's a very uniform hiring process. Basically, you just go on the Shopee careers website, which is where I applied, and you kind of just fill out their form and like submit your resume, and then they will contact you if shortlisted within like, I think they contacted me in like 3 days,
Ooh,
within
fast.
2 or 3 days. Yeah, and like immediately it was the first round of assessment. So I went through 3 rounds of assessment. The first round was an online test where they tested like basic JavaScript knowledge, because I applied for front end, right? So they tested like basic JavaScript knowledge in MCQ form, and then there were 2 lead code, easy lead code question, lead code easy. I wouldn't say they are easy. Lead code easy questions at the end. Yeah, and then
Solid.
the second round was a technical interview with one of my team members, and it was 2 lead code questions as well. Yep. And then once you get past that, there's a final round with the team lead. I think that really depends on your team, like the kinds of questions they ask. You might get lead code questions, or you might get more like front-end technical questions, like questions about JavaScript, HTML, CSS, which was what I got. Yeah, I hope they don't kill me. But anyways, I end my internship tomorrow, so...
Yeah, this guy's almost done. I just started, like, I'm a month in or so. Wow, that sounds quite tough though. You make it sound like it's such a long tune. But how do you feel about the process? Is it about the same as other internships?
Yeah, actually, I think bigger companies, they are very efficient with the hiring process. So I was done with the whole process in like 2 weeks, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was hired in 2 weeks, and I applied in September of last year.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh.
for the summer internship. Yeah, so I applied in September and I got the internship at the start of October.
Wow.
And it's for summer, so like, you know, you have to apply pretty early. Yeah.
Ooh, good tip.
Yeah.
I think for UI UX design, I remember there was just a very quick HR call. I think they just want to make sure that you're actually
Not
okay.
a fraud.
Yeah, you're not a fraud, you're okay. And they ask your credentials. Then I had a design test. And I think this is quite common for big companies, maybe even some medium companies. Like they will send you a challenge or a problem statement, then they want to see how you work through a design process to solve that problem. So that took about a week, and then I sent it in, and then it was just waiting for maybe a week. Then I heard back from the design lead for my team. So it's quite fast. It's just 3 kind of steps. But I heard that once you hear back after the design test, it's usually like more or less you're safe. They just want to make sure you're able to talk through your design thinking and your design process. Next question. What qualifications did you have when you applied for the internship?
When I applied, okay, my CAP now is not like, or GPA, it's not like the best. But when I applied, my GPA was pretty good. So I think that is something that they do look out for. Fortunately or unfortunately, yeah, like your GPA does matter because they receive quite a lot of applications, so that's like their first line of filtering. Other qualifications, I also had an internship before where I did front-end web dev, and I also had some of my own projects Yeah, but I think what mattered was a decent cap and previous internship. Like experience with web development or mobile app development or backend.
Nice. I think for me, my cap has always been quite mediocre in uni, honestly. Like,
Are you just being humble?
no, really. Like, oh no, it's not mediocre. It's not bad, but it's not excellent. So like second upper, that range, which I think is quite a safe range if you want to get internships anywhere. Yeah, but I think what helped me a lot was the experiences that I had. I had a lot of UI UX internship experience in not big companies, but even startups. I think all that experience does matter. But I think what mattered the most is how efficient you are with your design. So I think one thing that really impressed my design lead was when I said I could do a design in a short amount of time, because I would really focus and try to be efficient with my designs. So I think it's your experiences that translate to your skills that helps you get hired. So yes, at the end of the day, I think it was the experiences that really helped me. So if you want to apply to Shopee or any big company, I think it's always good to have experience at other startups or other companies first.
Yeah, definitely. I think applying here as a first internship is pretty tough.
It'll be overwhelming also.
Yep, it is. You guys should see our tripod, by the way. Okay, Nicole will insert a picture of this. Yeah, so we got kicked out of the meeting room. So now we're at the cafeteria.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to go on to the next question. What are some of the good things about working at Shopee?
Yeah, so my favorite thing about Shopee is the nap pods. I go there every day after lunch because I always get food coma, so I need a nap. Yeah. Okay, but on a more serious note, I think my favorite thing is that there's no micromanagement here. So as long as I perform my task, I complete them as soon as possible. Like I don't have to be at my desk the whole day. I don't have to respond to messages instantly. I think, as long as you complete the task, they won't fault you for that. So I can take naps freely when I want, without guilt. Yeah, if I'm tired.
I was telling Joel the first time and the last time I went to the napping pod was with him also. Insert the clip. And then he tells me he goes there every day. Oh my god. Yeah, so I think one great thing about Shopee is that the welfare is definitely there, because I think Shopee knows that work can get quite intense, especially when there are Shopee events coming up. So the food is good, the pantry, we're in the pantry now, it's really amazing.
Actually, wait, let me go and get a drink.
Oh yes, go ahead. Yeah, so there are drinks, snacks, and it's not good for my diet, but very thankful. But on a more serious note as well, I think one of the best things about Shopee is the really good mentorship that you have here, and because of that also how much you're able to learn and grow in a short period of time. I would tell my friends, what I've learned here in 1 month is honestly more than what I've learned perhaps in other places over 5-6 months. So it's really good here. Really thank you to my mentor as well, who is very patient. Like Joel said, no micromanagement from my mentor, so that's awesome. So what do you get?
Like with my ice cream.
We even have ice cream. Oh my gosh, yes, drinks, snacks, and ice cream. Last question. Advice to anyone who wants to intern or work at Shopee. I think definitely learn Chinese. Chinese is a very powerful skill here in Shopee, given that it is a majority Chinese company. I would say maybe 70% of your co-workers are Chinese. So if you want to have good conversations, not even just in the workplace, but during lunch, just to laugh about things, Chinese is a very powerful language. To talk to developers, you're saying.
Myself? No.
When you want to ask the developer to make some changes to a bug or a feature, it's 这个那个
这个蚊子蟑螂
Is that cockroach?
I don't know.
We can take turns sharing one tip after
Yeah,
another.
I think if you want to apply, definitely brush up on front end or back end skills and knowledges, because I was quite surprised when I came here, because before this, if you are familiar with web development, you'll probably have used React. And when you actually make your own apps, you don't really think about what goes behind. You can just run a command, right, and then it will generate everything for you. But when I came here, actually, because Shopee optimizes the website a lot, so they actually go very in depth into web development technologies, which I was quite surprised, and I actually learned a lot from that, because I've never meddled with the settings myself, the configurations. Yeah.
Sick.
Or I've never built my own packages.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've met. Whoa.
Yeah.
You're so employable. That's for development. If you are interested in UI UX design, definitely brush up your Figma skills. Adobe is kind of fading into the background, and I think Figma is a really powerful tool now. Shopee uses it, and I think a lot of different big companies use it. So Figma, definitely learn Figma.
Yeah, I think that's actually all the advice I have. Because I mean, like engineers, we're not surprised when we receive a task because
There's always
it's quite predictable. So I think as long as you're confident in if you're applying to the role, as long as you're confident in your lead code questions, your data structures and algorithms, and specific front-end and back-end technologies front-end maybe look into JavaScript, Webpack, NPM modules and things like that, understand how they work.
Are you speaking English? Designer. Figma, design systems, guidelines.
The padding 10px.
Yes, 1284. When to use it?
Sorry, we only use RAM.
Oh my god. Thank you, Joel, for taking the time to join me in this video.
I mean, I just came downstairs, so
hope it was helpful to you guys.
yeah, you can leave questions in the comments and we will try our best to get back to you. I mean, this will be on Nicole's channel, but you can comment on my video.
Oh yes, this guy's gonna be in Silicon Valley. Do check out his channel.
Yeah. So this is my second last day of internship actually. So I end tomorrow, which is kind of sad. I'm gonna miss this office. Yeah.
We'll miss you. Enjoy. Silicon Valley.
I won't miss Singapore.
Bye bye.
Bye.